Diddy trial. The trial has begun. Day 1 is here, and currently they are on lunch break. This trial hearing has been going for 2 to 3 hours and is going to continue because jury selection is absolutely wild. What do you mean that Kim Porter's name was mentioned? What do you mean that Michael B. Jordan's name was also mentioned and that he's going to actually be a witness to this case alongside Kid Cudi, alongside Mike Myers? What do you mean? First and foremost, hey guys, it's Murad Murali. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Daily and consistent content. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get to 400k. Let's get there. Click that button and subscribe. The trial has begun. I know you guys must have seen those queues outside the courthouse this morning at 8 a.m. in New York for media, court reporters, journalists who were there, obviously wanted to get live in action. No shade. I do not need to be there. I'm very grateful to be here in London and reporting to you guys because all of it is, of course, being digitally reported for me to track and get everything down. I've written my own notes. I'm not going to read out the court transcripts to you. Otherwise, we would be here for 2 to 3 hours and a lot of it will just get lost in translation. It is better for me to write my notes and get this video out to you guys in less than 10 to 12 minutes so that you guys know what's happened in this first hearing. The jury selection, guys, has begun at the Manhattan's federal courthouse, and what is interesting to me is that Diddy's family again do not appear at the courthouse. This is the first day of his trial. And none of his family have attended, but they were there when it came to all of his previous hearings or when he first got indicted. But when it comes to the big day in New York, none of his family have attended. That in itself shows huge fractures amongst the family, as well as the fact that probably their lawyers advise them not to do so purely because they're also facing their own lawsuits. So things have changed. Now, Diddy is dressed formally, as we can see in the new court sketches. He's wearing reading glasses and he is seated with his 8 lawyers. Not 1, not 2, not 3. He's got a deck behind him, guys. He has 8 lawyers and he keeps looking at the jurors. Court reporters have been stating that he actually is sitting there with his fingers looking at them and he's counting them with his own fingers. He's counting these jurors to find out who they are, and what is going on. Judge Arun is then asking the jurors questions and he wants to get through over 150 of these jurors to see if some of them are going to be excluded based on their job, what they've gone through, traumatic, situations, do they know of Diddy, and etc. Now, what is worrying in this case and in the majority of this hearing is that a lot of the jurors in response did mention that they have seen some of the video of Diddy and Cassie. That's how viral that video went, and that's how much of a high profile this case is. That does not bode well for Diddy, that naturally even those jurors who are responding to Judge Arun in this case are stating, listen, I'll be impartial, listen, I won't be biased, already have seen that type of video. What type of level of bias can you actually be? Never really 100%, guys. The judge has confirmed that the trial will run for 8 weeks so that we will ideally get a verdict of this trial in the first week of July. At the end of the first week or the second week of July is when we're going to get the verdict. This is going to be a long summer of court reporting on a daily basis, guys. I'm ready. Hopefully you guys are ready. It's just going to be a lot. Now, the majority of the jurors, of course, have been asked about their traumatic, past in terms of SA. They've gone through stuff here and there, but one juror is very weird. His name is Juror 22 and he seems to be in general very confused. He talks about seeing somebody get run over by a train and that he was okay with it. He then is asking odd questions that why is it the USA versus Combs. Now, this in itself is interesting because this juror just seems to be very phased out. Now, the defense would love a juror like this, Juror 22, because he seems to be somebody who's phased out, not really, impacted by things, and therefore could be an aid to the defense, and the prosecution would not like this at all. The judge asked the juror as well, anything about your views on Kanye West would make you unfair? The juror says no. The juror responds saying that he too saw the video of Cassie being beaten up in the hotel room. That was a separate juror. Another juror was questioned. He spoke about how he did some criminal acts himself, that he stole money from the bank his mother worked at, which he confessed in his questionnaire, and the judge wanted to talk about it. One juror, guys, has been excluded because she said a family member had experienced a trauma that would not allow her to be impartial in this case. Every juror so far has already seen headlines about the allegations against Diddy, an indication of the extremely high-profile nature of this case. Several have said that would not have prevent them from being impartial as a juror in this trial, but I just feel like impartiality, I don't know. Now, not only that, guys, but midway through the process of this hearing, Diddy's legal team requested a bathroom break. When the judge asked if they could carry on, Diddy put up his hand and he said, "I'm sorry, Your Honor, I'm a little nervous today." So he seems to be in a very different position than when we've seen him when it comes to court descriptions in previous hearings of this case. He's been high-fiving the lawyers, smiling at his children. This is probably why he's nervous, because where are his loved ones? There is no one there to support him. He is genuinely there alone. His family have abandoned him. This is the first day of his high-profile trial that has officially begun, that he genuinely initially wanted at first with the speedy trial. Now he wants to delay it, which got denied, and his children are nowhere to be seen. A judge asks somebody, any people on the list you recognize, and a juror says yes in terms of celebrity witnesses: Michael B. Jordan, Kid Cudi, and Mike Myers. I don't know what Michael B. Jordan has in regards to being a witness to this case. That in itself has flown me. What does he have to do with this? They don't touch on why, they just touch on these are the names on the list, which means that there could be other names as well that we don't know about. Then also, get this, there is a juror, guys, from HBO. A juror from HBO is also part of this, and it's so confusing because HBO had a documentary, The Fall of Diddy, which was very negative publicity. So what is a potential juror doing from HBO? He is being questioned as to what was discussed in offices at the time, and basically stating that they were just talking about Diddy when Diddy got arrested, but he should be excluded because that in itself is crazy to me. A potential juror is now saying that he knows Kanye West. This is a separate one, and he says this because he owns a book by a other celebrity, and the other celebrity ends up being Al B. So Al B's name gets mentioned in this as well. Combs' lawyer says the press release of the book refers to a mysterious 2018 death. The trial will include discussion of Kim Porter and Al B. Shaw. The judge says, isn't this too close to home? AUSA Comey, the prosecution, says we won't hear much about Mr. Brown or Miss Porter, but Shaw excluded. So that particular juror has also been excluded as well. A potential juror was dismissed because they worked as a marketing officer with a major publishing company. They said they are working with another hip-hop figure, Al B., who was close friends with Diddy's ex and mother of his children, Kim Porter. So the fact that Kim's name has been mentioned in this is not only insane, but Diddy's own lawyer, Tenny Garagos, described it as a mysterious death. Why the hell would you describe that as a mysterious death? That doesn't even help your client anyways, and I feel like the word fumbling here could mess it up as we go on in this case. So currently, as I'm recording this video, and perhaps as I put this up it might be different, they are on a second lunch break. This hearing has been going for 2 hours and I've been following it, and I wanted to go live and discuss it with you in real time, but then that means that I would be going live for 2 to 3 hours. It would be a little bit confusing. It would be hard for people who have to rewatch the video to find out where in the live I'm discussing about stuff. It's just difficult. This is better in my opinion because you get all of the gist of this initial opening of the hearing, and I might have to do a second day one hearing review if there's more information after the lunch break that is significant. But as of right now, what is going on is that Judge Arun is basically running through all of these jurors, going through them one by one, asking questions about whether they have some kind of affiliation to Diddy, positive or negative, that could affect them in their trial. If they do so, they can either get excluded or not. That juror 22, he hasn't been excluded, and that helps Diddy's team, but 2 jurors have been excluded as far as I'm concerned. One in regards to I can't do this because of trauma, and another one who has connections to Al B, who has connections to Kim Porter. So several names have been mentioned in this case: Kanye West, Mike Myers, Kim Porter, Al B, Michael B. Jordan, Kid Cudi. 6 names we have been given in just the first day of the hearing, and the hearing has not even finished. This is literally the second lunch break. Diddy is nervous. He's sweating buckets. Nobody is around him. His family have left him. He's counting jurors. He's sitting there wearing spectacles, and the court sketches are showing him in a very how would I say, still like, obviously still like it's a sketch, very silly thing to say, but just very like serious manner where he's trying to maintain whatever kind of energy that he has, because in previous cases he just looked a little bit more relaxed or a little bit more trying to intimidate or look strong. Here he looks like he's finally facing the music. This is the first day, everything is beginning and it's finally happening. So this is the main gist of the first day, is jury selection. And with the way that Judge Arun is running through jury selection, I don't think that jury selection will be delayed. I do believe that this will begin on the 12th of May with opening statements. I don't think that this will be delayed, but you never really know, guys. But Judge Arun is being serious here, and I'm gonna just quickly check live now, because if they have, you know, resumed from lunch break, they have not. They are still on lunch break. So this, of course, something that I want to get out to you guys, because I know the Met Gala is tonight, so we're gonna have to run through the outfits. Today is just a busy Monday. There is so much happening, so I cancelled all my plans. I said, you know what, ain't no way, outside of the gym, ain't no way I'm doing XYZ. I'm staying right here where we're gonna have to get into this Diddy stuff word by word by word. The man is sweating buckets. He's nervous. New court sketches, 6 names of celebrities listed, some of the jurors being confusing, and of course huge queues of people outside at 8 in the morning trying to get into the courthouse. The courthouse was full. Some people, majority, could not get in the courthouse and therefore were on the outside trying to listen to the audio of the transcripts, because that's the only access that they could simply get. This is an extremely high profile case. If the majority of the jurors are saying they know of Diddy. One of the jurors even said that he liked a comedian's joke about Diddy and baby oil online. That was the only affiliation. The fact that he even knows of that, again, it sways stuff, and it's so difficult in a case like Diddy's that has gone viral. So many documentaries which I said should not have been aired, the baby oil madness, the video with Cassie, so many civil lawsuits, the Busby madness that went on. All of this is so difficult, you know, when it comes to this trial. And this is even a speedy trial. It could have been delayed. Let me know your thoughts are, guys, when it comes to this video. Let me know what your thoughts are on this, you know, day 1 of trial reviewing. If you guys like it like this, of course, I will continue to go live for important moments here and there and things that happen with this trial live. But I feel like when a hearing is actively on, there's no point me actively going live at the same time, because I've seen people go live and they're just literally filming the courthouse from the outside, or the, you know, the real-time updates are difficult to get through in a successive way, so it just can be quite impatient. So I'd rather just put it all like this. You get it all quickly, and when big moments happen in this trial, I will probably go live discussing it with you guys. But this is day 1. This is not even the full day 1. This is half of day 1. This is half of day 1. I will probably come back with another trial 1 review hearing on the second part after the lunch break. I just wanted to get this in after 3-4 hours of that hearing. This hearing is going on for a very long time. From 8 in the morning it started, and I don't even know when this is going to end. Subscribe, comment down below, give this video a thumbs up, I would appreciate it, and definitely send a tip. There's a $sign there. It goes a long way. Ladies and gentlemen and everybody else, buckle up. This is about to be a crazy ride for all of us. This is simply just day 1 of this ride, and we ain't getting off this roller coaster until this trial ends and until we get a verdict, until I can even see the day that I'm going live, as we're all waiting for the verdict of what's going to happen. Do you understand? Buckle up, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys soon.